Yo guys, welcome into this next one, and it's going to be a saucy one, a really saucy one, and it feels a bit illegal spilling this much sauce because essentially we're going to be giving you the full AI workflow on how we're generating our AI ads, our mini VSLs, etc. Now, rewind back to the script writing video that I did, specifically around the prompt where we did the concept extraction. And I wrote this banger script for Cyberglow, reverse engineering a mini VSL from a brand called Serenova. Now, that is a great video and it's going to teach you how to write great scripts. And throughout that video as well, I broke down the script, mentioned why I was doing X, Y, and Z. But then for me, when I've watched things in the past, you're curious to see what the final output looks like. So that's what I've done for you guys in this video now. I actually brought in my lead editor. I give them the script that I wrote from that previous video, and now they've actually come with a complete creative that would essentially be something that we would get ready to launch in the ad account and start testing with. Now, not only are you going to see what this final output looks like, but after I actually play you this final output, we'll then transition into my editor, who's going to take you through the full workflow from start to finish. So from when they obviously look at the script and analyze it, all the way through to generating the AI avatar image, the adjustments that they're making, the tools that they're using, all the way through to editing the video, to then obviously completing it and having the final output that is ready. I don't think anyone else has really shared stuff like this before. So I hope it's appreciated. Like, they've went above and beyond to actually get this ready for you guys. So we'll go into the video. I'll play the video. We'll then go into the transition. And then once you've been through this video as well, what I've also done as well is we've created an SOP document, which you'll find linked below. And my goal is to just get all of your editors like razor sharp in this skill. Give them the SOP so that you can start creating ads to the same sort of standard as what I'm about to show you. Because honestly, we're running a fuck ton of these ads in our ad accounts right now, and they're absolutely printing. From a top of funnel perspective, like these, what you're looking at, this exact format is actually driving a lot of our highest spend. So these are our like top performing, top spending ads right now. You can see it's an AI spokesperson, and we have a lot of different B-roll in here as well. And that's one thing that we'll also share in the workflow. Where we're getting our B-roll from, how we're generating our own AI B-roll is all going to be there. And if you're already at scale, then this is going to help you out massively, and it's hopefully going to help you put out better quality ads so you can find more winners in your ad account. But also, if you're testing products, it's going to allow you to launch with much better ads. A lot of people right now are just launching with statics only, running with natives, but you can actually produce something like this without having any of your own content. So really, there's no excuses. It just takes a little bit of extra time, a little bit of extra effort, but it's going to yield you much better results if you can execute on it well. So let's dive into the video. What I'll do is I'll break down some of this. So I'll pause it throughout and maybe give some commentary over certain parts of the content and what we've done. We'll then transition into my editor, giving you the full workflow. And then at the end of their video, you'll be able to see all of the videos again and all of the different hook variations. We've got 3 different hook variations for this concept here. So let's dive into it. Turn down the volume slightly.
What's the fastest fix for facial hair that keeps coming back? Laser? Nope. Laser costs over $1,000 for a full round of sessions, and for most women, the hair just grows right back. What about shaving or waxing? Nope. By now, everyone knows these only remove the hair. They don't touch while your body keeps producing it.
So you can just see here, right, already we have a mix of raw B-roll, so real B-roll, non-AI generated, stuff that we've sourced of Cal data, TikTok, etc., Instagram Reels. So we're using a mixture of this, but then we're also using a mixture of AI generated B-roll as well that we've made through our own prompts, etc. Another thing to notice as well is pay attention to the editing, pay attention to the pacing, pay attention to how long we leave a clip on the screen for before we do the next transition. Because what you'll notice is, especially for content like this, where it's 3 minutes and 30 seconds or above 3 minutes and 30 seconds, we always transition clips after 3 to 4 seconds. usually less than 3 seconds. We're usually making transitions of B-roll every 2 to 3 seconds. We've done a lot of testing with this, and that's going to allow us to see much higher hold rates because it just keeps the viewer more engaged. Now, obviously, depending on the format, if you're running Yapper ads or if you're just running like an AI spokesperson without any B-roll, that can work as well. But if you have B-roll in your ads, make sure to do those transitions. A lot of the ads that I review, they just have B-roll, the same B-roll on screen for too long, 4 or 5 seconds, and it's just going to fuck your retention. Now, besides the editing, also just pay attention to the script. And if you've been through the previous script writing video where I actually wrote this script, I broke a lot of it down. But notice this is more of a solution. It's kind of like problem aware and also solution aware. It kind of transitions into both. But right now we're kind of debunking the other solutions on the market. And then we spend about 1 minute and 20 seconds doing this. And you'll notice that about the 1 minute and 20 second mark is when we go into the first product introduction. That's where we actually mention the brand and the product. And before that, we'll get into the follicle signal treatment, which is like essentially mechanism number 1. And then we'll disqualify being able to get that treatment anywhere else because it's too expensive, etc. We'll then transition into the product intro at the 1 minute and 20 second mark. And then once they learn about Cyperus rotundus oil, we then go into mechanism number 2, which is essentially going to disqualify all other options and all other brands on the market, because not all Cyperus rotundus oil is made the same. And to actually have it be effective, you need to be using a specific one with a specific ingredient, which is our mechanism number 2. So let's go ahead and watch the rest of this.
So, what actually works? There is one simple thing any woman between 20 and 75 can do: dramatically reduce unwanted hair on the chin, upper lip, jawline, and even the neck. It only takes 2 minutes.
By the way, that is also us like qualifying the audience to keep on watching longer. You saw how we went for a number of different body parts there, like jaw, neck, blah, 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 blah. So we're trying to hit all of these different people so that they're thinking, okay, oh, wow, like, okay, this helps with hair growth on the neck as well. That might be someone. We have someone else who's struggling with it on the jawline. So we're almost like qualifying people to keep on watching the ad.
Done easily at home, and you'll notice a difference within the first week. This is a method called follicle signal treatment. Instead
that's
of
the
removing
first
hair from the
mechanism
surface, it
introduction.
works at the follicle level.
This is
where
all
hair
AI
growth
generated
actually
as well
starts.
through
There's a
our own
hormonal
prompts.
signal that tells your
All of
follicles
this
to keep
B-roll that you're
producing
looking
thicker, darker hair. This method uses a natural plant compound to interrupt that signal directly at the root. So each time hair grows back, it
Educating
comes
them
in
on the
finer,
mechanism now.
softer, and slower. Unlike chemical removal creams, at-home IPL devices, or even prescription creams like Vanica, none of those interrupt the signal at the follicle. No lack.
And notice how, yes, we're mentioning the mechanism, we've introduced the mechanism, we're now educating them on the mechanism, but we still dumbed it down. It's still very, very easy to digest and understand.
Effect on the actual growth. The big problem with follicle signal treatment is that a full course of professional treatment typically costs $500 to over $1,000. But the good news is that a US-based company called Cyperglow has now made this treatment accessible to everyone.
So here's the product intro, 1 minute 20.
At a fraction of the cost with their clinically backed method. Their follicle signal treatment uses a concentrated dose of Cyperus rotundus, a natural botanical that targets hair growth directly at the follicle. But here's what makes Cyperglow different from anything else on the market. Most oils with this ingredient just sit on top of your skin and never
So now we're going to go into mechanism number 2.
reach the follicle. Without the right carrier oil, the active compounds evaporate on the surface before they can get to where they need to go. Cyperglow uses a jojoba-based carrier that mimics your skin's natural oil. So the active compounds are actually transported down into the follicle where the growth signal lives. Once there, it goes to work interrupting that nasty signal, tells your follicles to keep producing thicker, darker hair. All you do is apply a few drops to clean skin and massage it in morning and evening.
And now what we're about to transition into, we're going to resurface all of their struggles, all of their pain points, but then we're also going to be speaking into their desires as well. So we'll resurface them, but then we'll put them at ease and make them feel comfortable because they know that they're no longer going to have to struggle with these, which you'll see when we transition into the rest of the script.
And the serum does the rest. It's 100%
sorry, one more thing. What you'll notice is that we're really taking the viewer actually through a journey here. So obviously pain points initially, going into failed solutions, then going into mechanism, number one, introduction, going deeper into that mechanism, debunking other options on the market as well. Then we're going into product intro, then we're going into mechanism number two. Again, dequalifying all other options on the market, even if they are aware of Cypress rotundus oil and maybe they've used it before. Now they know why it's not worked in the past because it's not got the right carrier oil. And now they've been through that education and that product intro. Then we're going to go back to their pain points, resurface them, and then we're going to start going into their desires. Then we'll go into social proof, money back guarantee, and close it off.
Painless, causes no irritation, and it's incredibly simple to use. That's why it's recommended by hundreds
All
of
AI generated this
dermatologists
as well.
across the USA. And now you can get clinical grade results from the comfort of your own home without any risk of side effects or spending a fortune. Within the first week, you will notice the regrowth feels softer and less prickly. But the real magic happens over the coming weeks. By week 2, you start spacing out your plucking sessions. No more setting your alarm early to tweeze before anyone wakes up. No more carrying tweezers in every bag you
all of their
own.
pain points
No more
here
dreading
from the
bright
research.
lighting because you're scared someone will notice. And by month 1, previously thick, coarse hair starts coming back so fine it's not even noticeable. For the first time, you stop flinching when someone gets close to your face. You're not removing hair anymore, you're turning it off for good. Over 55,000 women have already ditched the daily plucking routine for Cyproglow. Why keep spending hundreds a year on methods that only remove the hair when you can finally stop it at the source for less than a single waxing appointment? Click the link below to see if Cyproglow is still in stock and finally stop planning your life around your facial hair. Every single order comes with a full 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose but everything to gain.
Okay, so absolutely killer ad. Like the team honestly crushed it on that. And as I mentioned, we are literally putting tens and tens of thousands, way over 6 figures of spend, 7 figures of spend behind ads like this, driving a lot of our top of funnel traffic right now. AI spokesperson with B-roll, etc. But obviously, it doesn't even have to be an authority figure here. Like the workflow that we're going to go through, you can pretty much create whatever you want. So we'll transition into the workflow now. SOP document is below. And guys, like, just go and fucking take action on this because you're able to create banger ads and you've got all of the resources now. You don't need your own content. A lot of this is AI generated. You can rip some content as well to include in some of the B-rolls to break things up nicely. And yeah, go and give this to your editors and I'll see you in the next one.
First thing I do, I check the script. I just read through everything and understand the flow. Next, I go to the product website. I scroll through, look at the benefits, features, and overall vibe, because this is what's going to guide all my visuals later. Then I start grabbing product images. After that, I move to B-roll. I go into Canva, search for basic animations or lifestyle clips that match the script. You can search skin animation, lifestyle, or etc. Just download what you need. Then go to TikTok. Search for the product, look for real UGC, people using it, talking about it, recommending it. When I find good clips, I download them using Snaptic so there's no watermark. Just copy and paste link, then download. I choose clips that I think I could use later. Natural reactions with different creators. I grab a few solid ones. Different angles, lifestyle shots, anything I can use for overlays or cutaways. I just save everything into one folder so it's organized. Now it's time to create the AI doctor. I go to Google, search UGC doctor, go to images, and scroll until I find a good reference. Something that looks natural and trustworthy. I copy that image, go into Higgsfield.ai, click image, paste it, choose Higgsfield Soul as your AI model to generate realistic characters. Choose general, then select your aspect ratio, then generate variations. Now you can review the results and pick the most relatable and trustworthy look. If not, and you're not satisfied yet, just keep on trying other references. Same method, copy image and paste, then generate again. This is the reference and these are the results. Once I've selected one, then I tweak it. Background, angle, small adjustments. Now go back to Higgsfield. Set your selected image as the reference. Switch to Nano Banana Pro, then type a simple prompt to adjust the background, angle, or composition. Here are the results from small tweaks. Select the best version. You can see the changes here. I just need to refine it a bit more to make the character's body angle face the front. A simple prompt works. Just keep refining until you get the best result. Here's the output. You can see the small changes here. I take that AI character, go into ChatGPT, and ask it to generate a video prompt for Kling. I make sure to maintain consistency in tone, voice, and appearance based on the image. I attach my script, generate on ChatGPT. The detailed prompt is ready, now copy it. Then go back into Higgsfield, go to Video, upload your avatar reference image, paste the generated prompt, select Kling 3.0, set the duration, usually around 6 to 8 seconds to keep things consistent, and make sure it's in 1080p, then generate.
Nope. Laser costs over $1,000 for a full round of sessions, and for most women, the hair just grows right back. Nope.
This gesture doesn't really match the script, so I need to fix it. What I do is find or modify the part of the prompt that controls the gesture, then see if it works.
Nope. Laser costs over $1,000 for a full round of sessions, and for most women, the hair just grows right back.
As you can see, this is much better. I got the result I wanted. You really just have to keep refining it. Small tweaks will do. To generate the next dialogue, go back to ChatGPT and simply attach the next line from the script, then repeat for the next lines, and so on. Just keep in mind, use 6 to 8 second clips to ensure consistency and refine as needed. This is optional. If you want your clips to feel connected, reuse the last frame as your base image. Use it as the starting frame for the next scene. This works best for seamless transitions. Now we move into editing. I open CapCut and drop all my AI UGC clips into the timeline. I arrange them based on the script, trim the unnecessary parts, and make sure everything flows properly. Then I start adding B-roll and overlays. Refine the timing and transitions to make everything smooth and natural, remove awkward pauses, keep the pacing tight, and make it feel like one continuous video. This is where everything comes together. I layer visuals on top, match them to what's being said, and use them to cover cuts and keep things engaging. Enhance the video by applying subtle effects like zoom, fade, and motion to add movement and flow while keeping it visually engaging. You can also remove captions or watermarks from grabbed TikTok clips. Just use the AI remove feature. Select the parts, then click remove, and you'll have a clean clip. Now for AI B-roll. If I need something like skin animation or hair follicle visuals, I go back to ChatGPT to help me build a prompt. Get the prompt, then generate the image using Nano Banana. Once I get a good result, I download it and attach the image to ChatGPT to generate an animation prompt. This time, ask for a Grok animation prompt. Copy the prompt, attach image, paste, then generate. Same process again, prompt, generate, review, adjust. Now we go back to editing. I also want to share this tip. It's optional but great for generating ready-to-use UGC. Go to Higgsfield, Apps, click to add, then just paste the product website link. The AI will automatically extract product images. It's the fastest way to create UGC clips. Next step, edit the base video, finalize your clips, trim and structure them according to the script, and build your timeline by combining AI clips, B-roll, and UGC. Refine timing and transitions, add B-roll and effects, match visuals to what's being said, Then polish the audio by adjusting volume levels and adding light sound effects around -10 volume. Use auto captions as base, check grammar and spacing. Now choose a style that fits your video. Pick a clean, readable animation, match the tone of your content, and use bigger, bolder text for highlights. I also add emphasis, big titles, highlighted words, and dramatic phrases to keep attention high. Review and export with the file name add name-body. This makes it easier to edit and create variations. Next, I create hooks. I go back and use my saved B-roll or TikTok clips. For hook 1, I usually do split screen. Doctor on one side, catchy visual on the other. Hook 2, same idea, just different visuals. Intriguing variation like a close-up treatment focus. I also add TikTok-style comments from Canva, placing the hooks there to help catch viewers' attention. It makes the video feel more relatable and realistic, like an authentic UGC video without any hint of AI. Hook 3, I go full screen doctor, then cut to a problem or dramatic visual to create urgency. Using different hooks leads to better performance, as it allows you to test multiple angles, capture different types of attention, and find what resonates most with your audience. After we're done with hooks, variations, adding subtle effects, and finalizing everything, export the video.
What's the fastest fix for stubborn facial hair? Laser? What's the fastest fix for facial hair that keeps coming back? Laser? What's the fastest way to deal with facial hair you're tired of removing? Laser?
This is the final step. I take those hooks and combine them with the body in a new project. I add background music, keep it low under the voice, and make sure everything feels clean. Then I export each version. Hook 1, hook 2, and hook 3. And that's it. One body, multiple hooks. Test them, find the winner, and scale what works.
What's the fastest fix for stubborn facial hair? Laser? Nope. Laser costs over $1,000 for a full round of sessions, and for most women, the hair just grows right back. What about shaving or waxing? Nope. By now, everyone knows these only remove the hair. They don't touch while your body keeps producing it. So, what actually works? There is one simple thing any woman between 20 and 75 can do: dramatically reduce unwanted hair on the chin, upper lip, jawline, and even the neck. It only takes 2 minutes, can be done easily at home, and you'll notice a difference within the first week. This is a method called follicle signal treatment. Instead of removing hair from the surface, it works at the follicle level, where hair growth actually starts. There's a hormonal signal that tells your follicles to keep producing thicker, darker hair. This method uses a natural plant compound to interrupt that signal directly at the root. So each time hair grows back, it comes in finer, softer, and slower. Unlike chemical removal creams, at-home IPL devices, or even prescription creams like Vanica, none of those interrupt the signal at the follicle. No lasting effect on the actual growth. The big problem with follicle signal treatment is that a full course of professional treatment typically costs $500 to over $1,000. But the good news is that a US-based company called Cyperglow has now made this treatment accessible to everyone at a fraction of the cost with their clinically backed method. Their follicle signal treatment uses a concentrated dose of Cyperus rotundus, a natural botanical that targets hair growth directly at the follicle. But here's what makes Cyperglow different from anything else on the market. Most oils with this ingredient just sit on top of your skin and never reach the follicle. Without the right carrier oil, the active compounds evaporate on the surface before they can get to where they need to go. Cyperglow uses a jojoba-based carrier that mimics your skin's natural oil. So the active compounds are actually transported down into the follicle where the growth signal lives. Once there, it goes to work interrupting that nasty signal, tells your follicles to keep producing thicker, darker hair. All you do is apply a few drops to clean skin and massage it in morning and evening, and the serum does the rest. It's 100% painless, causes no irritation, and it's incredibly simple to use. That's why it's recommended by hundreds of dermatologists across the USA. And now you can get clinical grade results from the comfort of your own home without any risk of side effects or spending a fortune. Within the first week, you will notice the regrowth feels softer and less prickly. But the real magic happens over the coming weeks. By week 2, you start spacing out your plucking sessions. No more setting your alarm early to tweeze before anyone wakes up. No more carrying tweezers in every bag you own. No more dreading bright lighting because you're scared someone will notice. And by month 1, previously thick, coarse hair starts coming back so fine it's not even noticeable. For the first time, you stop flinching when someone gets close to your face. You're not removing hair anymore, you're turning it off for good. Over 55,000 women have already ditched the daily plucking routine for Cyperglow. Why keep spending hundreds a year on methods that only remove the hair when you can finally stop it at the source for less than a single waxing appointment? Click the link below to see if Cyperglow is still in stock and finally stop planning your life around your facial hair. Every single order comes with a full 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose but everything to gain.